Hello, everybody. I'm back. Welcome. I don't even know what episode we're on right now. I need to check really quick. I'll be right back. Welcome. We are on episode 24 of the Empowered Psychology podcast. And wow, that's just amazing how things line up because I am currently 24 years old right now. And this video it's a very important video. So I've been super busy. I've actually been busy dealing with just being an adult and all the things that I have to deal with. And one of them, a major factor, is lupus. And so today we're going to talk about what I have been going through the past 2 weeks. And honestly, I have been planning out, my videos, like what I want to talk about. And I wanted to wait until I was fully recovered to start talking. But why not talk right now? Right now that I'm like actually going through it, so you guys can see that I am someone who has a severe lupus case, who goes through things. And once again, this illness came and knocked me off my feet, and I'm back up. I'm getting back up, and that is why I am really excited to share this message, because I know that it's going to empower a lot of people, and I want all my lupus conquerors to know that you are not alone, and that I feel you. I feel your pain, and I know that this illness is diabolical, destructive, annoying, disrespectful, evil, and all of the above. And today we're going to talk about it. So as we speak, I am currently recovering from a flare. Yes, a flare that was horrible. Now, I can't compare my flares, but this is my third flare, and I can confirm to you that I have severe lupus. My lupus is not nice. It's either on or it's off. And when it's off, I'm completely normal. And when it's on, it throws me into the pits of hell. And I'm not ready to really talk about the details about how this particular flare affected me. But it just showed me how, I guess, diverse this illness is and how it can affect me in ways that I never thought was possible, that can also present itself as other things that are very, very scary. What I just went through was very, very traumatic. I've actually spent the day crying. Thank you, God, that I've been able to cry. And if I cry right now, it is what it is, because this is the reality of living with this illness. It is just a horrible illness. Very unforgiving. And it comes when it wants to come, and it doesn't give me at least a warning, and it just knocks me over in ways that I never thought I could be knocked over. And it's so scary because you spend time not understanding what's happening to your body, and it takes a while for doctors to understand as well, and you have to wait for tests. You have to wait. Sometimes for some people, you have to wait to get the right providers. In my case, I had amazing providers, and I just want to really sit in gratitude right now that I even have that, and that's a blessing. That's what I wish for everyone watching me and everyone supporting Empowered Psychology, that they find the right team and the right providers, because that is super important. Building a relationship with your providers and setting it straight from the beginning. I am a human, and this is what I'm looking for. I'm looking for physicians and professionals that not only know what they're doing, but that care about me. And if you're not going to be that, then I can find someone else. And that's the attitude I took. And luckily, in my case, right now that I flared up for the third time, I already had amazing doctors, and they were willing to do whatever it was that they needed to do to figure out what was happening to me. And we figured it out, and I'm on my way out. But I am shook. I am shook to the core right now. And it's just so many emotions that I feel right now. One thing I know for a fact is that I'm a strong person. I am a strong woman, and nothing can break me. I am so proud of myself in the way that I handled this flare, because I really could have broken down and hated the world, hated myself, gotten very mentally ill. A lot of things could have happened, but I decided to stay calm, and in the end, everything worked in my favor, and everything is okay and is going to be okay. So I'm very grateful. I'm very grateful. And I know that I can conquer anything. And also, it is very important to be proactive when it comes to having lupus. You need to be very, very proactive. Logistics is the most important part, is one of the most important parts of handling this illness. You need to be prepared for whatever, because when it comes, and it does not care what's happening or anything like that. So I was in the middle of literally one of the best moments of my life. And this stupid lupus came back, attacked me overnight, and threw me into one of the worst pains I've ever felt in my life. It attacked me in a completely different way that I never thought it could attack me. And like I said, I got the help I needed. And I'm here. I'm recovering right now. And what better time to make a video than now that I'm actually going through it, so that you guys can see how I'm dealing with it and how you can deal with it as well. So let's get started on today's topic. So today's topic is going to be about how to handle pain. How do you handle physical pain? And how do you take control of your mind when your body is telling you something else? So I have some notes here that I'm going to be reading, and I want to shout out to my amazing sis Kitia for getting me this amazing gift. And this is where I do all my planning for Empowered. So shout out to my sis. Okay. So today's topic, again, is how to control your mind when your body is in pain. So first and foremost, I want to say this, and I want you to embed this in your mind, your heart, and in your spirit. And I want you to verbally say this as many times as you need to. It is not your fault that you have allowed your pain to control the thoughts and perceptions in your mind. Again, it is not your fault that you have allowed your pain to control the thoughts and perceptions in your mind. It's not your fault. So I want you to start there, and I want you to know that the fact that you have allowed this pain to run your life, it just gives me a sign that you are a normal person and that your body is reacting normally, because pain is very controlling. And so through your nervous system, the pain has communicated alarming alerts to your brain in order to protect yourself. So a lot of y'all are in so much pain, and I have been in so much pain, that I have just laid in bed all day as a form of self-protection, because it hurts. And sometimes I can't get out of bed. Well, I used to not be able to get out of bed. Now I can't. But in those times where I was flaring, I could not get out of bed. So I let the pain dictate my perceptions and my thoughts and what I was going to do, because the pain is that powerful that it is able to do that. And it communicates certain signals to your brain in order to, quote unquote, protect you. And for some/most of us, that has activated even more pain. And as a result, we have become more ill, and we have developed mental illnesses as well, such as complex post-traumatic stress disorder, depression, anxiety, and more. So this pain not only breaks your spirit, but it makes you even more sick physically, and then makes you even more sick mentally, because you're alive, but you're not. Because the human experience is supposed to consist of certain things. What am I going to list right now? It's supposed to consist of connection, human connection, flesh to flesh, person to person, not social media. No, actually being with people that you love and that love you. So that means physically being a part of something, being in nature. Nature is literally will tell you the law of life. As humans, we're supposed to be in nature all the time, honestly. But in the world that we live in, that is not a possibility, unfortunately. And we are meant to be moving. We are literally, humans are designed to be on their feet, active, doing things. And so when you're not able to do that, it literally strips away your humanity and your human essence. And you're dead, but you're not. Physically, you're not dead, but spiritually, emotionally, psychologically, mentally, you are. You become a prisoner of what? The pain. It is horrible. So I know what that feels like. And the best thing about today's episode is that I know how to get out of it. So, when you are experiencing this pain, it seems impossible to escape it because you have to become a slave to two things. These two things when you experience this pain. You become a slave to your body first and then to your mind. So it really feels impossible to escape, but you can escape it. But I'm here to tell you today that you can and you will take your power back. And I am a living proof of somebody who has. And this is how. You have to activate your mind by taking control of your perspective. Boom. That's literally what I did. The 3 flares that I had, that is literally what I did. I had to take control of the perspective. When you are in so much physical pain that you don't know what to do and all these variables are held against you, your care, your symptoms, waiting for these tests, having the right doctors, where the pain could go, your anxiety, all these factors are like out of your control, right? But there is one factor that is in your control in that moment, and that is your perspective. Your perspective is everything. Your power and your healing lies within your perspective. So what is perspective? Perspective is a particular attitude or way of regarding something, a point of view. And I love this quote. It's by Stephen Furtick. Your perspective will either become your prison or your passport. And it's true. It is so true. And as y'all can see, you can hear it in my voice. Like, I'm sick right now. I'm in full recovery mode from that flare. But look, I'm filming and I'm doing the damn thing. Because this illness has nothing on me. I am so strong because I know how to take control of my perspective. So this illness, it's tried to fuck with me so many times in the most diabolical ways possible, but I have not allowed it to. I have not allowed it to because I understand the power of my mind and the power of my perspective. And even if that's just the one variable that I can control, it is the only variable I need to conquer lupus, my perspective. So how do you even start to develop a strong perspective and ignore the pain? Well, first you need to identify your worth. How much does life mean to you? And I talk about this a lot in my other podcasts about lupus, is your will to live has to be strong. How much does life mean to you, and how much does your life mean to you? And if it doesn't mean anything to you and you don't feel like you mean anything to everybody, congratulations. Because now you can start to create a new life where you do mean something to yourself and you mean something to other people. There are people in this world who will love you, who will care about you, who will help you along this journey. And you are worthy of love. You can grow in love with yourself. And it's time for you to do that. It's time to love yourself. You know, a lot of this comes down to how much you love yourself. And it's a process to love yourself because a lot of us aren't taught to love ourselves, but we can learn. So congratulations. Today is the day where you can start the process of loving yourself and finding people who will love you, because there are people who will love you. And you probably have people who already do. But it all starts with being emotionally honest with yourself and how you really feel with yourself. You can't do anything without being emotionally honest. And for me, I had to tell myself, you know what? Do I love myself that much right now? I feel like I have work to do, but I love myself enough to get up and try to conquer this. When I was going through my arthritis flare, I couldn't move a single part of my body. And it literally felt impossible to get out of that. But when I changed my perspective and I said, you know what? There's a doctor out there who can help me and who will help me. And even though I can't move, it's okay. Can I still sit and drive? I can. So I need to find someone to get me into the car and get me situated in the car. And I'm going to drive to Houston, because at the time I was in Austin, going to UT Austin, the best school in the world. I love you. And I'm going to get the help I need. And that was the night that I got the help I need. And I have literally conquered that. That was the night I got the help I needed. That ended my arthritis flare. And it was all because of my perspective. I said, I'm going to get out of this. When there's a will, there's a way. Okay? Now, with this situation I just went through, like I said, I'm not ready to talk about the details, but I will talk about the details because this is very important. And I don't feel like many women are open about this because of the stigma around this crazy situation I just went through. Okay. I was in so much pain. It felt like I was never going to get better. And it was scary because nobody knew what was going on, nor did I. And this literally happened to me overnight. But what did I say? I said, okay, am I uncomfortable? Yes, but I can still walk and I'm going to go get help. I have a team of doctors because like I mentioned previously, I set up, you have to be proactive. You have to be proactive. You cannot be reactive with this illness because you don't have the time, and time is everything. If you spend too much time being sick, it can actually cause bigger problems that can be irreversible. Time is everything. So I had to be proactive, and I spent the past year, right now that I got my second flare, my arthritis flare, I spent the year picking out the best doctors, and I can now confirm that I have the best doctors. I said, you know what? I have a group of amazing physicians who have a personal relationship with me and who ethically are doctors for the right reasons, and I'm going to reach out to them and be honest about what is happening to me, and they will find a solution. And they did. I didn't let myself fall. And originally, when they told me what it was bad. And I could have actually, it could have gotten dangerous up here. Okay? But I decided to stay calm. Well, I don't have the test yet. We need to do further testing and we need to figure it out. Patience. You need to be patient. And when I started to take in that perspective, okay, I need to be patient and I need to stay calm because there's no definite answers yet. And when the definite answers came out and it was okay and I was going to get through this and I just needed to rest, I knew I won. And I knew that I have grown mentally and I have developed a strong will and a strong perspective, and I have everything I need to conquer this illness because I understand the power of my will to live and the power of my mind and my perspective. You can conquer lupus. There is treatment out there. There are people out there who want to help you. And right now I'm very excited because as y'all know, I'm on my journey in higher education, and I'm realizing that there's a lot of community out there for people with lupus and even healthcare. And yes, do I hate the U.S. healthcare system? Yes, I hate it with a passion. But there are amazing organizations out there that are helping people who do not have access to healthcare or do not have the resources to get the help that they need. All you have to do is fight for yourself and research and look, and the help is there. So how did I overcome this third flare? Well, God gave me the strength and the will and the patience and the calmness I needed. And I knew that by me freaking out and just freaking out and having a mental breakdown, that was only going to make things worse. You have to be very calm and be selective about the emotions that you allow to yourself to entertain, because emotions are kind of like medicine. Like, certain emotions can actually cause chemical reactions in your mind and in your body. So if you're allowing anger, which is a very toxic emotion, to overcome your mind and your body when your body is literally going through something, it's not going to be good for you. So you have to be logical and selective about what you choose to entertain. I had to stay calm, and I had to take control of my perspective. And because I was proactive, I knew that I was going to get the help I need, because I have spent the entire year finding the right doctors for me. I want doctors who, one, care about me, and who, two, ethically are physicians for the right reasons and know what they are doing. And I had that. So I knew, okay, got to get to Houston, got to get to Austin, and I'm going to get the help I need. And I did. And I did not allow my mind and the pain I was going through to dictate the outcome of what this was, which turned out to be, it was something, but in the end, it was nothing. It was just a little bump on the road. Thank you, God. Okay? Now, another important factor is your support system. And this is where you being emotionally honest with yourself is really important, because you need support. We are humans, and we are designed to be in community, in physical community with other people. And when you have lupus, you go through so much on a physical, mental, emotional, psychological, and spiritual level that you're going to need support. You're going to have to open your heart up to love and support, and being honest with the people around you that love and care about you, that, hey, I need support. Unfortunately, this is a lifelong illness that I have to deal with, and it comes with a lot of trials and tribulation, and I'm going to need support. And when I was going through this, I had my friends and my family that I knew I could count on, and that also kept me going. And now that I am on the other side, like, I'm just so amazed at the support I have and how much people are willing to support me, because I have not been alone the past few days. You have to be proactive, you have to love yourself, and you have to take control of your perspective. And that is how you conquer lupus. That is how you conquer lupus, and that is how you deal with flares. And if I did it, you can too. And you will. So, guys, I'm on the road to recovery. I'm going to be fine. And I'm glad to be back. And I'm ready to keep sharing my story and helping y'all conquer lupus. Thank you so much for watching, and I will see y'all in the next one. Bye.